Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, life doesn't give you the results you expected? Some people get discouraged and say, maybe I'm just not capable. Others follow a path they never truly wanted, only because society or even their own family told them it was the safe choice. But let me ask you something. If you silence your inner voice, can you ever discover what success really means for you? The truth is, education, work, or achievements are not just about ticking boxes or winning approval. They are about learning who you are, what lights your spirit, and where your true strength lies. We often see people's success stories and think, if I do what they did, maybe I'll succeed too. But life doesn't work like a copy and paste formula. Until you discover your own path, other people's journeys will feel like distant stars, bright to look at, but too far to guide your steps. And that's why today's story is important. It isn't just about winning or losing. It's about listening, growing, and finding the discipline to water your own roots, even when nobody sees. Sometimes in life, the loudest battles are not fought on battlefields, but inside a quiet room when nobody is watching. This is the story of Amina, a 25-year-old girl who looked like she had everything together on the outside, but inside she was fighting a war that almost broke her. Amina lived in a bustling city. Every morning, her social media fed her pictures of friends who seemed to be sprinting ahead in life. One was getting married. Another was building a startup. A third had already bought a house. And there was Amina, still living in a rented apartment, scrolling endlessly, her eyes stinging at night from hours of comparing herself to everyone else. She wasn't lazy, but she wasn't consistent either. She started things and abandoned them halfway. Gym memberships expired, books lay unread, online courses were only completed up to chapter 2. Her mind whispered, "You're behind. You're not good enough. Others are winning while you're wasting time." Yet she still stayed in bed longer than she should, paralyzed by an invisible weight. One evening, overwhelmed, Amina wandered into a quiet park. The city lights flickered in the distance, but here, silence lingered. She noticed an old man sitting on a wooden bench. His posture was straight, his eyes calm, and beside him lay a bamboo cane. The old man greeted her with a gentle smile. "You look heavy, child," he said softly. Amina laughed bitterly. "Heavy? I'm 25 and I feel like I've already failed. I can't keep up. Everyone's running and I'm just stuck." The old man tapped his bamboo cane against the ground. "Do you know why bamboo takes years to grow?" Amina frowned. "Years?" "Yes. When you plant bamboo for the first 5 years, nothing seems to happen. You water it, you nurture it, but the soil looks empty. People laugh at you. Why care for dirt? They say. But beneath the surface, roots are growing deep and wide, preparing to hold a tall tree. And then, in the 5th year, bamboo shoots up, sometimes over 80 feet in just a few weeks." He paused. "Child, you are in your root years. But you are judging yourself as if you should already be a tree." Amina's eyes filled with tears. "But what if I never grow? What if my roots don't lead to anything?" The old man leaned closer. "Then the problem is not the soil. It is the gardener." His words stung, harsh, even offensive, but they were true. He continued, "You confuse activity with discipline. You start but you don't stay. You water once and expect fruit tomorrow. You sprint one day and collapse the next. Bamboo grows because of patience and consistency, not speed. You want to become strong, but you refuse to carry the weight daily." Amina was silent. His words pierced her illusions. That night, Amina returned home. She sat with a notebook and, for the first time, stopped scrolling. Instead, she wrote one promise. "No matter how small, I will do something every day. Not perfect, not fast, just daily." The next morning, she woke earlier than usual and walked for 15 minutes. Not an hour, not a marathon, just 15 minutes. The next day she repeated it. Then she read 5 pages of a book. Then she worked on her course for 10 minutes. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Some days she slipped, but she didn't quit. Slowly, something shifted. Her reflection no longer carried shame, but quiet pride. She realized she didn't need to compete with others. Her fight was with her own yesterday. But society wasn't silent. Relatives kept asking, "When will you settle down? Where's your job promotion? When are you buying a house?" At first, Amina felt the old shame return. But then she remembered the bamboo. She smiled and answered, "I am still growing my roots." It wasn't a statement of excuse, but of strength. People laughed at her simplicity. Some called her lazy. Others said she lacked ambition. But quietly, Amina was building resilience brick by brick. She was learning that true success is invisible before it becomes obvious. Months later, Amina returned to the park. The old man was there again, his bamboo cane resting beside him. "You've changed," he observed. Amina smiled. "I'm still the same, but this time I water my roots daily." The old man chuckled. "Good. Remember, discipline is love in action. Love for yourself, love for your future. Without discipline, dreams rot. With it, even the impossible bends to your will." Amina's story may sound simple, but it reflects a deep psychological truth that many of us ignore. We live in a culture of impatience. Fast food, fast internet, fast success. Social media shows us highlight reels, and we start to believe that if we're not shining by 25, 30, or 35, we are failures. This is not just toxic, it is false. Like bamboo, many of life's greatest successes are invisible in the early years. Your consistent habits, the books you read, the small workouts you do, the savings you build. So I ask you today, what one small action can you commit to daily without fail? Not for applause,